Okay, Josh, you asked me to make a little tutorial video for you, so that's what I'm gonna do. So this is BTV. This is what I use. I've been playing a little bit. I attempted to make this tutorial earlier, but I got shut down by the wife, so we're gonna start fresh. So here's what you're gonna do. First thing you're gonna do, you're going to start fresh. So we're gonna go into pattern mode here. There we go. So just click on pattern, and we're going to make a pattern, which is just like a little quick beat. Everything I've sent you has been a pattern. You're going to go here, you're going to click on new, and you're going to see this screen here. What you've got, your name, forget about that right now. You've got what track you're currently on, you've got the kit that you're using for this track, and you've got your beats per minute here for the main thing. This is how fast the song is, obviously. Your bar length, all of this, you can pretty well forget about right now because we're just fiddling and playing. Let's take this and let's just slow this down a little bit. You use your arrow keys up and down to change these numbers. All of the numbers you'll use to do that. So now we're going to do just like 100 BPM and we're just going to play, right? So you've got track 1 here. Notice these buttons here. These are your tracks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each track is going to be basically a different instrument or a different kit, as you'll see here. But we've got our new pattern set up and we're ready to start playing. So the first thing that I always do, I go to my drum kit. And if you don't have solo drum kits here, look at the email that you were sent when you bought this thing. It will tell you how to get them installed. And we're just going to pick one. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to do something to play so that I can show you what we got here. What is this one? Let's see what this one sounds like. So the layout down here is a keyboard, right? You've got a whole octave. These are your white keys on the board. These are your black keys. So your naturals and your sharps and flats are up here. They're also bound to your key. So ASWF, right? So this is A, S, D, F, ASDF, whatever. G, H, J, and K. And then you've got W and E. And you've got T, Y, and U, right? So that's it. You just play on your keyboard to make these notes. You've got these two buttons here, bank up and bank down. These change your octaves. If you're playing with a drum kit, they're going to change your sounds. So ASDF is, and then I hit bank up and it goes, see, it changes down, down. So we're at the bottom, but you can move up and down and play a little bit that way to get some different sounds on each of your drums. So what do we got here? Okay, this one I think I've used before. Let's pick another one just for fun. What is this one? Okay, this is kind of fun. Let's play with this. So first we're just kind of going to figure out what kind of what are we going for? What kind of sound are we going to do, right? What I usually do is I look for like a good snare. So those are both good. I look for a good bass. That one's good. So we'll go like, could do something like that, right? So let's just do that. So we've kind of got our bass. We know what we're going to use. We've got our drum kit ready. What we're going to do is you're going to hit record right here. And you're going to see you got two numbers here. This is your measure, this is your beat. So when I play this, you're going to see this go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this turn to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. This turn to 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 4, and then it's going to go back to 1. Now, whenever you're recording, you'll want to press play before anything will happen. Right now, squat's happening. So you press play, and you're going to hear the metronome, which will tell you the beat of the song, which is determined by your BPM here. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3. So it's like that, right? Now right now we're recording, so if I play any notes at all, it's going to remember that and it's going to play it at that point in the measure or in the loop every single time. So I'm going to go ahead and stop for now because I want to make sure I've got our keys ready. We're going to use that and that, right? So we got our 2. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to push this button here to take us back to 1, 1. And you notice we're at -1. This means it's going to count us in. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then boom, we'll start, right? Alright, so let's just play. Let's make a quick beat over 4 measures. So and right now I'm not playing anything, right? I'm going to stop recording. So we got a little beat there, right? That's all we did. And now, so now on track 1, this is laying down. So let's say we want to add to that, right? Maybe we want to put a little hi-hat on it or something. So that one's kind of nice. So we might do something like, let's see, we could do like, let's see if we got like a, yeah, okay. So we could do, something like that. I don't know how I feel about it. What if we move up a bank? What do we got? I like that shake. That's not bad. So we want to record that, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to hit record again. The metronome starts. I'm going to wait till we start over and hands off. It's recorded. So now all this is on track 1 and we can put as many as we want as long as it's all in this North Bricks setup here, right? What else have we got in here? I like that. So let's drop some of those in, right? So we're going to record 4, 2, 3, and there we go. And now we got that in there, right? Okay, so we got us a little beat. Let's move on. So we're going to go into track number 2 here. So see it blanks, there's no kit. So what I want is not a drum kit anymore. I want to use an instrument. So we're going to go to solo instruments and let's play with some kind of bass. What does this one sound like? It's a little, let's see, we could drop it an octave. Okay, so we could do something like that, right? And this is where I mentioned in Slack to look up scales. Anything in a scale is going to sound cool together. I'm not really putting a whole lot of effort into this broadcast, so I'm not going to switch over, but just go to Google, look up scales, and you'll find notes in a scale. Any of the notes that are inside of that scale you can use and you can play with, and they're generally going to sound pretty good. I'm just going to play with major keys, so like, right, plain and simple, super easy. You want to get like crazy, you can do like, you can play with minors, but that's for not for now. So let's just find something that we like that's kind of neat, right? So we can just do, I don't know, I don't like that. Something like that, right? Super easy. Who cares? It doesn't matter. We're just playing. So, um, let's find another bass first of all. I'm not super happy with that sound. What's this one? Don't like it. That's kind of fun. Alright, let's do that. So I'm going to record that. So I'm going to wait. You don't have to do this. You can start at any time, but I prefer to wait. There we go. We got a little bass track laid down. Easy peasy. Alright, so now let's put something else in there. We're going to go to another track. What do you want to throw in there? I guess you can't talk to me because you're just listening to this. So let's find something like, what do we got? Let's just try some stuff. Nope. Nope. No. I'm not crazy about it. But yeah, you see what I'm doing? Like, I'm just playing, right? I don't like it. Let's keep looking. What about like a flute, maybe? I don't like that either. See, I don't want to get too caught up in this, but let's find something that we like. Let's see. Nope. Something like that, right? I'm just going to play. Let's see what we get. There. It's just something, right? Generally I spend most of my time doing this junk right here, right? Like, what kind of a melody do I want? I have no idea. But it's something, right? Okay. So this is what we got so far. Let's throw something else in there. Maybe a synth? Sure. Okay, let's see. Okay, why not? Four. There. See, we got that. Cool. Do we want to put something else in there? Okay, we'll do one more. Let's see. Maybe a synth. Synths are fun. We just kind of did a synth, but we could do something else. What is this? Nope. Bad. You'll get a lot more variety if you start playing with the minors and stuff. Yeah, alright, let's do that. That end was kind of a mistake, but it might sound okay. Yeah, that actually worked out. It's cool. And man, this is it, dude. Like, you just build on top of it over and over and over. What track are we on? 5. Let's go to 6. We'll find one more thing to play with. It's kind of cool, so we could do like a... No, that wasn't any good. So let's see, like... Nope. Let's see. That's alright. So see, in this case, it kind of screwed up the first measure. So while I'm still recording, I'm just going to wait till we restart, and I'm going to play that note again. There. So now it should be recorded. It didn't work. I'm going to try it again. Da, 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 and... I don't think I got it that time either. Nope. Okay, so what we're going to do here, I'm going to stop recording, and I'm going to hit undo. And it's going to stop everything we just did. See? It's gone. No, it's not. Okay, so here's what we do here. We make sure we're on our track. We click 6. We click 6. We click delete. We click notes. All the notes are gone. And we're going to try it again. There. It doesn't want to keep that first note, does it? Sometimes it does funky stuff like this, and I don't really know why or what to do about it, but it seemed to have got it that time. So yeah, there we go. Done. Now the next part is just kind of filling with it. So you've got a pattern, great, you like it. You can click on save the pattern. We can call it whatever we want. Just call it Josh Vid. Cool. User. I don't know why you have to click user, but user saves it. Now here's another cool thing you can do. If you hold shift and click a track, no, I'm sorry, it's left control and click a track, it mutes it. So you can kind of fiddle with your stuff, right? So let's say we want to take that out. No more strings. Drop them in. Drop that out. So yeah, you can play, right? And there's more to this, obviously, but this is just kind of the basic, but this is how you make the patterns, right? And let's say you're done. You want to export it, make it an MP3 or whatever, right? Click on export, and make sure your mode is in live. Make sure you're at the start of the song, and what you do is you just do it the same way. So record, play. Here we are. And we're recording live, right? So if you want to add tracks and play with tracks, you just click on mute. So now all this is going into the MP3 or the file that you're generating, right? So we just start with that, right? We want to drop in something. We'll drop in track 5. So We can do 3 next. Then a little of this, get that bass. And then a little 6. And finally drop in our 4. And then when you're done, just hit stop. You go to your exported file, here it is, export, click user, and it's exported. And it's going to be in your settings where this goes, which you can find. It's like, what, blah, 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 view mode, we'll find it in here somewhere. Oh, it's over here. You click on system, yeah. And right there's your path. So it's going to live in there, and they save it as some weird file. You can find it as a wave if you look, and then you can use VLC to convert your wave to an MP3 and then pop it out there. Now the general idea is you make a bunch of these patterns. As you save them, they're going to show up. If you go to, let's see, get off of this, go back to pattern, your user patterns, everything that you save as a pattern is going to stay here. So here are the ones I've played with, right? I've sent you, I think, all of these. So like here's the sneaky video game one that I sent you. Right, and it's just the same thing, it's just a loop. Test 2. So it's just four bars, so it's all the same thing. It's just a loop. Three, I don't even know what this one is. It's just another one I was playing with. And then of course, here's the one we just did. But really, man, it's just playing with sounds, layering them up. The best thing I can say to do is just look at those scales, get those notes, learn the ones you can play with, because when you start throwing minors, sharps, flats, and stuff, the sound gets a lot more interesting than just this bass A, B, C, D stuff, right? But yeah, so once you build your patterns, you can go into song. This is a little bit more of a complicated thing, but basically you're just going to drop patterns into this song, and that's how you make a song, right? You build a whole bunch of patterns, you drop them in, and boom, right? You might have a verse pattern, a chorus pattern, you might have a bridge pattern, and drop them in, and you export your song, and boom, you're done. So that's it. You got any more questions, let me know. Otherwise, this has been your tutorial, and I hope it was helpful, bro.